Where in the world are we this time? Well, this model by WSI is a limited edition, and it's in the colours of the Finnish company Helaakoski. It is a crane hire company that was founded in 1958. This model is a Scania R streamline highline rigid flat truck with a Palfinger crane. It comes factory sealed in the usual WSI packaging, and there's also a small instruction manual to deal with the crane. It is a generic manual, so it deals with all of WSI's Palfinger models, but it's simple and clear enough to explain how the Palfinger crane works. Remember, if you want to support the Cranes Etc. team, you can do so over on our Patreon page, and the link is in the video description. To get the truck ready for the road, there's very little to do in terms of assembly, but what we will decide to do is to put the optional fly jib on. To do that, we need to do a swap out of the final piece of the standard Palfinger jib, and then we replace that with the replacement fly jib piece. It slides in, and then you hook in the end of the piston, and once it's in place the job is done, and that'll be a lot quicker than changing it on the real machine. So that's configuring the model with the optional fly jib, but there's one other thing we can add, and there's a lifting beam for the loader crane which sits on top of the headboard. So this is a very high quality model with all of the chassis and transmission parts modelled in metal. The various tanks are nicely detailed, and there are different tyres on the driven and steering axles. The Scania cab looks really good with its light bar on the roof, and a distinctive front is modelled very nicely. There are two small stabilisers at the front, but they are non-functional. A really nice part of the modelling is the high quality graphics, and they give the model a realistic look. The wheels are nice, and there's a stripe down the deck edge, but the outrigger piston can't be fully retracted. At the rear there's some nice detailing of the lights, and there's a realistic number plate. The big Palfinger crane has got lots of detailed graphics, but there's no type number, and that's probably because the real truck has a high-ab loader crane. But even so, the crane is a very nicely modelled part with lots of individual sections. It's up, it's over, it's on its back so we can inspect the steering, and it is linked not just the front two axles but also to the fifth axle at the back. So the engineering is nice, but it's just a pity there isn't greater steering movement. Out on the test track the big Scania rolls well enough, but it's not really free rolling, with friction causing it to slam the brakes on. Let's try and set the steering and see what we can achieve, but perhaps the only conclusion is that all roads in Finland are in straight lines. But the good news is there's no problem with the tilting cab because it goes forward to a good angle and it stays tilted. So you can check out the engine if you need to. The flatbed part of the truck does have options, and one of them is to fit deck posts. These are metal, and you've got many different possibilities for the holes you want to put them in, and for the most part they stand straight. Here we're laying some timbers so we can carry some short beams. So this is just one of the loading possibilities that the model has. There is another option because 4 container locks are provided, and these tiny pieces fit into special holes in the deck, and that allows you to securely locate a shipping container. And if you put it onto the locks, it's a nice secure fit, so it doesn't slide about all over the place. Okay, it's loader crane time. Let's get some stability into the equation, so we'll lower the pads at the back first, and then we pull out and fold over the front pads. Once they are the right way up, you can lock them in position with some small pins, but in reality they're stiff enough to hold the pose anyway. In truth, these outriggers are more for show rather than providing any actual stability, and that's because they don't really have enough extension to provide proper support. Also included with the model are small plastic spreader plates. So let's now unfold the big Palfinger loader crane. This is quite a complex mechanism in real life, and WSI have done a good job with the model engineering of it. The hydraulic rams that control it have a good level of stiffness, so they will hold a pose at short extensions or when it's unloaded. With the loader crane up, it looks like a mean machine, perhaps a bit like a scorpion actually. The crane rotates reasonably well on its turntable, and it extends out smoothly on its large number of telescopic sections. Each of these also includes a hydraulic ram, so it's impressive modelling given the scale. With a machine like this you can reach out a long way, but you can also raise it up high. And you can keep pulling and pulling and it goes up higher and higher. And then you can use the dinky little fly jib to give you some reach out at the top. And if you're still not satisfied, then pull it up some more and angle up the fly jib. The only thing to note though with all of the extensions fully extended is that the hydraulic rams can't hold the load at an angle, so the crane gently bleeds down. But how high does it go? Well, let's do a dim check. And to the top of the fly jib it's 21 inches or 53 centimetres. This is another impressive heavy haulage truck from WSI models. It will please anyone who likes Scania trucks, and the colour scheme is good too. As you would expect, the detailing is really nice, and the various features work reasonably well. All in all, it's easy to rate the model as very good.